I'm really a lazy person to record the session. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah. So I just logged into my Git bash. So here I have one project, you know very well. It was cloned already. So let me just execute for 5 commands. Then we can move into our regular session. So this is my project here. So in this project, what happened? So in this project, I have some health project, just dummy project. I mean, I have just cloned from the internet. Let me clear the screen first. Then, okay. So today I will play with you again. So if I want to see the status about my branch in my current, this particular dollar, kind of a path, what is the command? If anybody remember?
Git space status.
Yeah, absolutely. Git space status. Perfect. Okay, sorry. I need to go again inside the project. Okay. Git status. It will give you, oh, someone, I just changed something else. Okay, no problem. So I am here on the branch, like, Git master branch. Okay. Today I would like to create one private branch from the master. What is the command? You have
Checkout. Git space checkout.
Git space checkout. Okay.
D.
Okay. Okay, fine. Branch name I can give, not really a problem. Let's say test 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. So now I just switches into test 1 2 3 4 5. If you want to check it again, git status, then it is showing this is my branch name here. Forget about this, I something edited, so that is what is showing here. So once it is done, and let's say I will edit the file. Okay, so just go there, just edit something inside the application, go to, this is my file, I guess. Okay, uh sorry, can you please go mute? I'm getting some TV voice. Okay, thank you. Nice, thank you. Because background voice will record again when I recorded the session, so it will problem to you. That's why I'm asking. 1 second. 1 second. Money marlo. So yeah, so I just suggested here, right? So let me change some file here. Edit. So let me dummy commit. So let me save my file. Let me close it. So I have just edited under my application this new 110 file just as a dummy file kind of thing. So okay, if I want to see what kind of enhancement is done, so what is the command? Of course, git status only. Okay, so git status is useful where you are and what kind of changes are being happened, right? So it is telling under the application new 110 text file is being modified. So okay, if I want to first save it, what is the command in git? Anybody guess it? నేను ఫైల్ చేంజెస్ చేసిన ఫైల్ ని యాడ్ చేయాలి గిట్ లోకి. ఏ కమాండ్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం? హింట్ కూడా ఇచ్చేసాను నేను బై మిస్టేక్.
Space add.
యా,
Git add. Git
absolutely.
add
Git
dot.
space dot.
Add that.
Okay. Okay, what is the meaning of dot ఇచ్చాను అనుకోండి, it's what happened if I want to,
Internet.
yeah, so if I give dot, it will take all modification irrespective of how many files are being have changed. Okay, so అదే నేను ఒక స్పెసిఫిక్ ఫైల్ కి if I want to supposed to be add only one particular file, if I modified out of 10 files, what is the command?
File.
File name.
Yeah, git space add space file name, whatever
File
is
name.
supposed to be add. Okay, as of now
Yeah.
I am giving, of course, a very small commands but very useful. I'm getting again noise. I know that all are working from home, but still yeah, if you're not talking, just try to unmute yourself. Okay, yeah, fine, thank you. So I just added git space add space dot. Now what is the next command in order to commit my code?
Git space commit -m.
Okay, So minus m is nothing but a message and a description right. So my commit details.
Shake once again, git space commit minus am is the
Git space again you can tell money am
minus am.
minus am. I never used it. Okay, no problem. Git space.
It also be just modify and change the command. Maybe
No.
I think.
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, I never used it. Let me check that. Commit message a power user shortcut command to commit the minus n minus 1. This combination immediately creates a commit of the alteration. Okay, fine. See, this is thing again. You are very expert in the Git. Okay. Just note this point. I will explain end of the class because I need to give some background about that command. Okay. మీకు stages గురించి బాగా ఐడియా ఉండాలి అది చెప్పాలి అంటే. So do one thing. Just note it here somewhere. When I said, do you have any questions? Our time నాకు గుర్తు చేయండి. I will give one example when I can use minus am. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Because we will lose continuity and the because I need at least 5 to 7 minutes for that explanation. Okay, so git commit minus m my commit details. Just here, nothing to commit because it's already committed here. Next, the last command is git push origin. What is my origin here in this case?
Into the master class.
Are you sure? Where are we right now here?
Right now in test.
Yeah. So if I want to directly commit from private, yesterday I was modified directly in the master. That's why directly my changes has been pushed into master and mata. When you're working from private branch to master, once you have to push into your private branch first, then you have to raise the PR pull request, right? That is the procedure. Don't be confused. Miru directly, if you modify directly in the master branch, no need to raise a PR. PR means pull request. If you are working under the private branch from the master, then the best practice is, and the standard practice is, you have to you have to push first inside to your private branch, then only you have to push into, then only you have to raise a PR, then you can push into master. That is the workflow. So in my case, today I am using private branch. So let me go into test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ID. Yes. So once it is done, let's go to my Git. So this is my account, right? Yeah, this is my account only. So this is my health project. I'm in my health project repository. And ఇక్కడ ఎందుకు నాకు yesterday చూపిస్తుంది? Can anybody guess it? Still, if you see the column of application folder here, still it is showing commits yesterday only. Why? Can anybody guess it?
Yesterday was the last time you made any
Yesterday, I think
changes.
we have done the changes in the same application, right?
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. But still, just now I have modified something, right? Under the application.
Still you have not completed.
Not refresh.
Not okay, not pull into the request.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Good. But still, I want to see my piece of code here, even though if I didn't raise the PR also, still I can see. Simply,
I think if you will refresh it, then it will come. I think so.
yeah. Let me go through your solution. I just refresh it here. మీకు అక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంది చూడండి yellow color లో ఒకటి. If anybody notice.
Yes. Test
Yeah.
had the recent
Yes,
pushes
sir.
1 minute ago.
So here you have to select your private branch. Okay. See here what happened now.
4 minutes ago.
4 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
That means nothing అండి ఇక్కడ nothing. మీ బ్రాంచింగ్ స్ట్రాటజీ చేంజ్ చేసుకోవాలి. Yesterday I was checked directly in the master. That's why it is showing yesterday's అన్నమాట.
Yes.
So when you are going to user friendly of this git bucket console, మీకు ఈజీగా. So don't forget ఇలాంటి small మనకి sometimes what happening, some people, I mean especially with my junior developers, they will check in the code but they won't change it here. Simply they are talking my code is not available in the git. So as just part of that, I'm just recalling here. Maybe you may face such a kind of that scenario. So just please make sure whatever your branching is creating, just here you can switch it here. Okay. If you see here, view all branches. If you have create more than one branch also, it would be available. 5, 10, 100, 200 also branches all are available. So just switch to your branch, whatever you supposed to be changes happen, then accordingly you can raise the PR అన్నమాట. So simply if you see here compile and pull request, just create it, just click it. So now I am creating pull request. Why today I took scenario like a with private branch. Yesterday I directly modified over the master branch. That is the only difference. Just create pull request. So I am the author only. So myself itself, I am merging my pull request and confirming. In the real time, already you know very well. So you have to give this your PR link with your lead or cloud architect. Then they will review. Adi meeku you know very well how you. I don't want to repeat. Okay. So my pull request is merged now. Just go to your code. My piece of code is now master. ఇప్పుడు చూసారా మాస్టర్ పెట్టినా కానీ 6 minutes before చూపిస్తుంది. Earlier it was not. Earlier it was showing yesterday's one. Now even though it is master now, it is showing 6 minutes. Why? Because my PR is merged now. If you see here, go under application, go read me. Where is my read me? Sorry, this is the test file. So this is my changes, whatever I have, just dummy I have written. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Then come to our regular lab. Next 2 to 3 days, I will show you regularly. After that, I can stop it here. Okay. మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకుని because Git is the most important. Of course, very simply looking wise, it's very simple, but most important. So next come, your mind has to be switching to cloud. Run again here. So in the last class, what we have been discussing, so we have played with Cloud Run and we have successfully deployed a couple of things. Like we took one application and successfully deployed using of Cloud Run by using of some XYZ commands. The high level steps are, first of all, we need to, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, true. First of all, we have to, no, first of all, yeah, this navigation is most important. First of all, we have to clone the project, right? Without pride we cannot do anything, right? First of all we have to clone the project. But మీరు ఇంటర్వ్యూలో చెప్పేటప్పుడు మాత్రం application team will check in the code into repository అని చెప్పండి. Just don't say that directly clone the project, కొద్దిగా low level గా ఉంటుంది. So development team will check in the code into repositories. Okay, it could be Git, it could be మన GCP లో కూడా internal closed repositories ఉన్నాయి. Most probably today అది కూడా introduce చేస్తాను మీకు. So we have two options here. One is Git bucket. Git bucket is a third-party version control system, and GCP repository కూడా ఉంది. That is the maintained by Google itself. So it depends on how products are being used అన్నమాట. It depends on how అంటే companies ని బట్టి చెప్పాను కదా, we have different strategies which are being used by projects and organizations. So first of all, application development will check in the code in terms of nothing project. Then we had to build the code according to what pattern. It could be Python, it could be C language, it could be C#, anything. Once build is done, what is the next process? Deploy. After deploy, we have to do test. Simple high level. ఈ స్ట్రక్చర్ మాత్రం మీకు మారదు. మనం ఎన్ని ల్యాబ్స్ చేసినా in terms of application deployment అని చెప్పేది ఈ ఫ్లో అనేది మారదు మీకు. Build, deploy, test, clone. These 4 are the end-to-end kind of architecture. It won't change even though if you are doing multiple learning things in as a part of DevOps, this flow will not at all change. So today we can play with some file store. This is also one of the part of storage concept kindike vastundi, but slightly they have been segregated. If you go this file storage, just go to your GCP console, navigate to under databases. Okay, so we have a lot of things under the databases. Still we didn't touch anything. The first touch we are going to touch, like one of the file store anamata. This is also one kind of a database where we can use as a part of the serverless computing anamata. When you are playing with serverless computing, so database manam cheppanu oka table lo cheppanu meeku ఏ క్లాసెస్ చెప్పేటప్పుడు I think so 4th or 5th class చెప్పేటప్పుడు I explained about how many kind of databases we are available in the GCP and big table ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేస్తాం, data store ఎప్పుడు చేస్తాం అని just small scenarios చెప్పింటాను ఆ రోజు. But today I am taking one of the scenario where we can use file store, this file store, how we can use as a part of serverless computing in order to deployment of our application. So whatever yesterday we cloned the application, the image gallery, same thing we can use it here but I will explain you what is the use case and what here. So use case is the most important before going to implement. So let's say you know the use case already. You have one project simply like image gallery project. Last time we have done with the storage bucket. But my client is now asking whatever uploading the files. My use case is UC means use case. కొంతమంది దీన్ని యూఎస్ అంటారు అంటే యూజర్ స్టోరీ అంటారు. ఇట్ డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ హౌ పీపుల్ ఆర్ కాలింగ్. ఫంక్షనల్ పీపుల్ కొంతమంది యూస్ కేస్ అంటారు అంటే సినారియో అండి. ఓకే, అండ్ కొంతమంది ఫంక్షనల్ పీపుల్ యూస్ స్టోరీ అంటారు. బోత్ ఆర్ సేమ్ ఓన్లీ. సో మై కస్టమర్ ఈస్ నౌ ఎక్స్పెక్టింగ్ సేమ్ ఫైల్స్ has to be stored into 1 DB because of that is their requirement. Why it is doubling means that is their requirement anamata. Whatever it is storing, the parallelly it has to be tracked into DB as well. Means how many files are uploaded, how many documents are uploaded. So then storing by using of storage bucket we know very well, but still parallelly it has to be happen into deploy, and it has to be tracked into database in the sense at runtime. Not we are not at all designing any database here. At runtime it has to be stored. That's the beauty of this kind of a file store anamata. Means simply we can do delivery service, then we can track the information by using of this file store along with our storage bucket as well. Means at a time two shots. So if I say if I uploaded one image here, you know very well how we can upload the image by using of application. So first it will go to bucket, not first, just parallelly. Then the same it will track in the DB. This part today we are going to now implement just now. After 2 minutes we can do start the implementation. This part you know very well, but again we can do this and this both and matter. So for that what happening, the first part I would like to enable this particular file store API service. So let's go to there. Okay, again one more question, where we have to enable API services in my navigation. Can anybody recall? నేను చెప్పాను కదా మనకు GCP సర్వీసెస్ చాలా ఉన్నాయి. ఏ సర్వీస్ ని వాడాలి అనుకుంటాం, whenever it is required in order to use your resource, the first point is the API has to be enabled. But from where? Anybody remember? Already we are doing a lot of labs. 4-5 APIs ni enable చేసాం if you remember last 4 classes. So
Go
you have
for APIs and services.
Yes, absolutely. So navigation is more important. So when you're familiar with this GCP console, you will get very fast.
Then we go to library, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So here, okay, what I can search here? So simply I can search it for global storage. Oh, sorry, this is storage. Sorry. File storage. What is the API name? I forgot. Yes. Where is my API name? I forgot this API name. I forgot this API. Storage. Storage then chala vetukovali. I think so. No, this is large. No, not this. Not this. Not this. Not this.
FIRESTORE only just
FI
RESTORE fire store. FIRESTORE.
Okay. Yeah, this is the API. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already enabled. If you want to disable this, go to manage here. Because I believe we have around 243 APIs actually across the all GCP. It's difficult to remember. If you see here, this is the disable API here, and then already enabled. If already enabled, then you can disable it. If you disable, if you want to do practical, then you can enable it here. So this is the only thing you can do like that. Otherwise, we have a one command. Yesterday we used that command, right? This is the command. So simply you can use this command as well if someone used to this command basically. Someone used to by using of let me take fresh. So you can using directly CLI also, you can use this command enabling the APIs. Yesterday also we played, right? So similarly, you can use that. So once its API is enabled, so just go to your file store. Yeah. So if you see here, this is already enabled, that is directly open. But when you are doing the practical first time, if you enable this particular resource, I mean file store, it will ask you cloud file storage native mode or database mode అని ఉంటుంది. They have two options. One is the file store in native mode and another mode is the database stores mode. So database store మీద ఎప్పుడు తీసుకోవాలంటే మనం, if you want to create a database kind of a thing. But here in the case, since this is serverless computing, we are not at all going with that. We are simply running runtime. We are going to create one kind of a DB. So that's why I have taken in the native mode. It depends on, again, it's a use case scenario. If your application supposed to be build one kind of a database, then definitely you have to take the database mode. So in my case, this is a serverless computing lab, so I am taking native mode. It is, if you see here, cloud file storage in native mode. So before that, one window will come. So just click on native mode, then you can click on create, then e-page open also. So don't be think otherwise again I have to disable this, I need to remove this all thing, then I have to enable, because once you taken any mode, we cannot change. That is the drawback ananu gani, that is the how GCP is designed, this kind of thing. Once you took one kind of a mode for one particular project, you cannot change that kind of a mode. Again, you have to get one more project, right? Yeah, project and gurtochindi naku. For free tiles, please make sure we can able to create only 3 or 4 projects only. If you create more than 3 or 4 projects, I believe 4 project enough, 4 or 5 guys, ఒకటి అటు ఇటుగా ఉంటుంది. So if you want to create more than 4 projects, it will again route to billing అనమాట. ప్లీజ్ మేక్ షూర్. నాకు ఇప్పుడే గుర్తొచ్చింది, ఇది నేను చెప్పలేదు ఎప్పుడు మీకు. సో మీరు ప్రాక్టికల్ చేసేటప్పుడు జస్ట్ హరిబరిగా మోర్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయొద్దు, జస్ట్ ప్లే విత్ 3 kind of projects. 3 projects is fair enough. So anything you can do under these projects only. But in the live scenarios, like live kind of organizations, so you might have multiple projects. So if I want to deploy one application, so you can take only one project. Another thing, if you want to go one more project, those are the application enterprise level applications, right? So we can get anything here. But since we are using this what's the sample, I mean free subscription, so our limitations is 4 or 5 projects only. If you want to do practical, you can try to create more than 4 or 5, definitely to route to billing. If you want to use these things, you have to delete one project again. So we need to maintain consistency. Okay, so once my file store is ready, then let's go to my cloud active shell. Then we have to deploy our piece of thing. What happened? Let me clear my screen first. Yeah, so PWD, what is PWD? Present working directory anamata. Currently I am 3 file store. Yesterday we have done 2. Then Japan, let me go back one more time. If you see here, we have done first and 2 because ఈ ల్యాబ్ పెద్దదని చెప్పాను కాబట్టి మీకు సెగ్రిగేట్ గేట్ చేసి చూపిస్తున్నాను. సో ఫస్ట్ వీ హ్యావ్ డన్ లోకల్, సెకండ్ వీ హ్యావ్ డన్ క్లౌడ్, నౌ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఫైల్ స్టోర్ అన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో దట్స్ వై ఐఎమ్ స్విచింగ్ టు హార్డ్ ఫోల్డర్. ఇలానే వెళ్ళని రూల్ ఏం లేదు, యూ కెన్ ప్లే ఎనీథింగ్, జస్ట్ ఫోల్డర్స్ మీరు ఎలాగైనా క్రియేట్ చేసుకోండి. బట్ మీకు అర్థం కావడానికి ఇది బిగ్ ల్యాబ్ కాబట్టి మీకు ఇలా నేను ఫోల్డర్ వైజ్ సెగ్రిగేట్ చేసి చూపిస్తున్నాను. So that is why I am just switching into my third lab here, where we are using file store here. If you go on inside that same project, same application is there. So go to app.py. So this is the thing. So let me better open with editor because me koddi peddaga anipistundani. So it's there. Where is my application? This is my application. Inside image gallery, this is my folder, this is my app.py. Yeah, my scenario is I need to maintain my bucket along with, of course, DB will come runtime. That is not. So one more thing is of cloud and Japan, we not bother about the infrastructure. Everything runtime it will download from the Docker and it will try to deploy anamata. So don't bother about that. So simply the first part is you have to give bucket name. So let me, this is my development project, right? Let me check if I have any bucket here. Where is my bucket? Oh, I have a lot of buckets, but I can get one more thing. What is bucket? File store bucket 2022. I'm just getting bucket, you know very well how to create. I'm just following by default values. I'm not at all going with some dedicated values here. Simply, I am creating one bucket. So I am copying, sorry, I am copying this bucket, saving it one place. So the same thing, I am trying to copy it here inside my application code. So just go to file, save. About file store, I don't care, because the beauty of serverless is everything will take care of the GCP itself. So I don't care. So now I need to build my code. Everything is ready. All prerequisites are ready. So I need to go to my particular CLI, I means active caller shell. So I will need to execute my build commands. Already I copied it here. So where is my command? This is my command. No, sorry, this is the command. So simple do copy paste. Here you have to do project ID, you know very well, because since last week we are doing the similar, nothing much new here. So what is my project ID? Let's go back to here. This is my project ID. Okay, I'm just copying and giving here. Everything's run good. So the same command yesterday, how we were done, the same command. Deployment commands become Marav. Okay, so build and deployments curve, it won't change. So let's clear it here. Then the same command, G cloud space, build space, submit minus minus tag. What is GCR here? Last time I explained you what is GCR. Anybody remember?
Container, Google container.
Google container. And IO means input output. Input output means when you're reading with the operating system, this .io will take all internally working with the OS resources. So that is why GCP has maintained GCR.io actually. Okay. So just try to trigger it here. So it is creating, it is now trying to build my application here. If any errors, it will throw it here. If everything is good, then the build will successful. So now here container is pulling all information about my application. Then just let's see the output, whether it build or if you have any issues, it will fail itself. Let's see. So looking wise, it is downloading the all dependencies for app.py project. I think so. It's built successfully now. So let me clear my screen. Once build is ready, the next command itself, it's a deploy. Then Control V. So same command, sorry, not same command, deployment command. How we used it for yesterday, I'm just changing the project ID. Okay, which version 24 తీసుకుందాం ఈరోజు US East 1 తీసుకుంటున్నాను ఈరోజు. Okay, not Central. I'm boring with Central now. So if you see here, the way of working style is almost similar. మనం చేసేది almost 3 to 4 days నుంచి, but you have to grab the use cases. Main ఇక్కడ technical గా మీరు grab చేయాల్సింది in terms of use cases. When we have to use this, if we are getting a requirement from the customer, because rest of the working wise, everything is a workflow zone. Nothing much big deal. కి ఇంత పెద్ద కోడ్ రాసేయాలి లేకపోతే చాలా ఇది చేసాను అంటూ ఏం ఉండదు. వెరీ సింపుల్, వెరీ workflow wise it's very straightforward. So just try to understand the scenarios when we can use what for what and for where. That is the most important. I think so our application is deployment is successful. Deployment container run perfect. Project is this, region is this, perfect. Deployment done, create revision అయింది, version create అయింది, traffic also it's enabled, done. Yeah, looking wise everything is good, but still we want to do validate. Sorry. So go to there, and where is my cloud run? Yeah, if you see here, it is showing last deployment happened just now. So this is my URL of my application. So just take any kind description to write file store, using file store, using file store. Let me upload one. I don't have new images, so I'm taking the same. Yeah, so if this is the previous ones, just ignore it. Okay, so this is my one, just I use it using file store. Let me write one more description like my image in there already. Testing app for file store. Then choose another file. Let's say images image download చేస్తాను. I'm getting bored with docs images. Okay, ఏమి images download చేద్దాం. Today is yesterday women's specific day కదా. Okay, women's international day pics. Let's say save image desktop. Oh, sorry. Women's Day. So let's go. Let's try to my image gallery app. Then select women's gallery. Then go to W. Yeah, okay. Just upload it. Yeah, it's uploaded successfully, but still I need to verify it. Endukante just it is showing open the application means it's not a kind of a real testing and validate. So you have to check the backend as well. It is properly aligned with my bucket, aligned with my file store database. So just go to back to our console, then go to my file store. Where is my file store? No. Yeah. Let's go and check whether my images information is captured here or not. Yeah, if you see here, see women's gallery, women's day.pg file name. See my data is capturing here as well. Let's go to previous thing using file store. This is also our image only. The rest of the three I was done for previous. So not in this lab, for another batch I am just trying to create this. Okay. These two are tracked here in terms of documentation. Since it's the database, it is tracking as the description information along with file information, but still go to our bucket. Let's see the result. What is my bucket? Yeah, this is my bucket, I believe. Yeah, this is my bucket. Yeah, you see here, both images are available here as well. Of course, we know about this thing, but our curiosity is this thing. Parallelly, whenever any user is trying to upload, let me give it to you. When open చేసి ఒక upload image upload చేయరా, I need to check it here as administrator, as a cloud engineer. I need to check it here. Let me give it to you. What you can do, just access this application, then just try to upload something, then let's see the reflection of here as a backend. Please try to open it here. Even the mobile నుంచి కూడా మీరు upload చేయొచ్చు. It's not a big deal for you, I believe. Just try to do that. So once you're done, just respond here in the chat key, I have uploaded something like that. Then accordingly we can cross verify. Only images, because the application code had written only is kind of a binary data. Okay, not kind of a huge number of files. Take very simple images and don't personal images. Okay, just take normal images.
I have uploaded something.
Yeah, what is the file name?
Checking file store.
Checking file store. Okay, let me check that. Where is my not current file? Yeah, I saw some information. Women's no. What is the description? Someone has uploaded.
Checking file store.
Checking file store. No, still I don't see. Let me double check it. Yeah, it was there. It was there. Super. So live test is successfully done. Can I have more, please? Do practice, guys, at least. Just 1 minute time for you, right? One minute just will take only 1 minute. Just click on link, open your application, upload one image, write some description, upload it. That's it. Because I want to just see the curiosity with the live data. So that's what my intention. Again, I could see. No. Still, I don't
uploaded
see.
one more. Test check 2.
Okay. Someone has uploaded like hello everyone. Nice. You upload one more. What is the description name?
Test
Test
check.
check. Yeah, it's available. It's available. So let me go to bucket as well. Nice live test. Really good. Where is my cloud storage? Sorry, not cloud storage. Yeah, cloud storage only, right? This is my bucket. Yeah, a lot of things are coming, like images. Oh my God, a lot of people are giving random names. It's okay, nice. Anything is very good. Okay, no problem. That's fine. That's fair enough. So that is the main thing when you have to play with the cloud run. So we have covered almost 3 scenarios since 2 days. Okay. So it was a very real useful, like, in terms of live scenarios. So whenever here only you can see the differences in the live, you might see the different load and different traffic. Here you might be see very less traffic. That's it. Real time like hundreds of images different applications right? So accordingly, whatever they are trying to upload or download or whatever, then simply we can accessing like this one. Procedure is same, maybe some kind of application kind of differences you might see in the live projects basically. So that is the main thing when you're playing with Cloud Run here. And any so far before I am going with some other topic, not other topic. So this is the thing, all scenarios are covered, majority of the scenarios are covered with the Cloud Run here. I would like to go cloud functions, which is last part of, what is that? Serverless computing. This part I would like to go. So before that, this part I would like to go. This part is done. This part is done. So I'm just going to this part. Exams lo meeku, if anybody want to write any GCP foundation exam, they will give this symbol. It will indicate to which serverless which indicating which GCP resource will indicate this symbol antadu. So these symbols are chala important if anybody attending the examination. They will give this symbol also. Sometimes they will give this symbol also, this symbol. So every symbol also important in the context of exam, not the live level live implementations. Okay, live level implementation only practice and navigation and workflow. That's it. So before going to cloud functions, if anybody have any question, only in this context, normal questions we will discuss end of the session anyhow. So coming to cloud functions. So cloud functions are very rare we are using in the live organizations. Even though according to my experiences, we have specific scope only in order to using these cloud functions basically. But before going to use cloud functions, I would like to Yeah, before going to cloud functions, I would like to show one more important today. Till now, as a part of VCS, I shows you only Bitbucket. Bitbucket is a third-party version control systems, right? So today I would like to show you Google repositories. Google also. Before going to cloud function, I would like to show you one small kind of a introduction about Google repos. This is also a VSM version control system only, but Google యొక్క own repos అంటాం. So Git is the third party tool. Both are using for same kind of a functionality, like where we can maintain the code anamata. So some organizations they will use Google repos, some organizations they will use the third party VCS. It could be Git, it could be Bitbucket, any kind of thing. And some other organizations they might use another third party also, but if you know very strong with Google repos, sorry, not Google repos, in Google repos చెప్పలేదు మీకు. So if you're strong on Bitbucket or sorry Git and in future Google repos, that is also very good, fair enough. Don't be think if they are using some other tool, they will give you KT, they will transfer you the knowledge session. Don't be error. మనకు 1 or 2 things strong ఉంటే చాలు మీరు. So coming to Google repos, so for Google repos, how GCP is, how Google is maintaining. So let's go to, I don't want to go functional because you know how version control system will work. I just showing the how Google repos are looking wise. So let's go to, sorry, I can come back again cloud functions, because before that I need to complete, at least I need to initiate Google repositories, because in coming classes, some labs I can use Google repository, some labs I can use Git, because I want to show you both in a very good manner. Both you have to learn, then you are very much confident and very much stronger in those areas. So come to navigate. If any resource I supposed to be used, I want to enable my APIs. That is a standard line. Okay. So let's go to library. First of all, I would like to enable my GCP repos, Google repos. The standard workflow. Here I need to search source repo. So once I just given the keyword, it's came like cloud source repository API. In the pair, if you're not able to recall this name, simply you can call Google repositories also. Okay, it's up to you. So I would like to enable this API since I am going to first time accessing this particular resource from the Google. Just trying to click on enable. It will take minimum 40 seconds. Yeah, I think so. This thing is enabled, right? This particular cloud source repository API is enabled, nothing but a Google repository. So, and before that, okay, when I was using cloud function, then I can enable that API. So let's go to first complete this particular G. Some people are calling it G repo. Okay, some people are very lazy. They are calling as in the interviews. What is G repo? Have you get a chance to work with G repo? G is nothing but a Google. Okay, don't be panic if someone is asked like you. So G repo means Google repo. Google repo, cloud repository repo, and Google repository. Both three are the same only. Chala mandi confuse avutaru interviews lo. If you see the notification, the service is enabled successfully. That's great. Now let's go to our source repository. First of all, we would like to create some small repository here. So where it is available today, you have to see the new navigation, because repository ekkada untayo ippudu daaka meeku teliyadu, and not Git, Google repository. The navigation is coming to under CI/CD. Okay, coming to under CI/CD, there is source repository. The symbol is this one. Just click on it. Yeah, so this is my just homepage of my particular cloud source repositories. Click on get started. So looks like you already having access to your project. Create your first repository. It is telling like that. Yes, of course, why not? So once it is done, then it is asking you select one of the following option to continue. What it is saying, you want to create Google repository or you want to connect external repository. See what is the beauty of this. means your company is supposed to be use my Google repository, or your company is supposed to be use external repository. In our case, it could be GitHub, it could be Bitbucket, it could be something else. So this part I will explain you in the another another lab session, because we have a lot of labs, right? As of now, this is the first time that I would like to create my own G repository. Just click on repository here. You can give repository name like my first repo project. Of course, I have only 3 projects. Let me create. You can take any project according to your thing. Okay. So just click on create. So my project is about to create now. Yeah. Once here, everything is ready. Everything. This is my first repository, right? So if it is showing, select an option to push code into your repository. My repository is ready now. Of course, my repository is empty now. I didn't check anything, right? This is just fresh up just now. This is my first repository. Of course, we have some set of commands. You could use a command seven Amara. Just watch my window here. Any command, will it change? Forget about names, convention, any clone projects. Commands
No.
same commands. Git clone, yeah, git clone, cd space, your repository name, cd space XYZ. The same thing you would like to do that command.
Push minus U.
Yeah, this is the additional command. Push minus U means it's kind of a first time when you are checking. This is the first thing, right? So you can use the U means U is indicating like kind of a underlying in the sense the first repository, the empty repositories, right? So if you are going to first time push, you can use minus U where it's underlying your repo, where in order to syncing your all kind of a Git files. This is only one time thing. That's what it's telling. If you read here, your repository is currently empty. Add some code using a selected method and then refresh your browser. So first time you have to use this. If it's already done one repo, then yeah, you don't need to use minus U. The same applicable for this thing origin means if you are pushing to origin main also. Main and master both are similar kind of thing. Master also some people pushing into main. Main also indicating as a master itself. But still it's how your organization maintaining the branching system. కొంతమంది మాస్టర్ ని మెయిన్ గా యూజ్ చేస్తారు, కొంతమంది మాస్టర్ గా పెడతారు. సో డోంట్ బి థింక్, just simply ask to your leads what is our main repository, sorry, main branch. They will tell you what is the name of main branch. Most probably master or main only. ఈ టూ తప్ప వేరేది ఏది వాడరు maximum. So these are all commands. You can try these. Try that is different case. For me, it's getting bored. So please try to create one repository here when you are doing the labs basically. Okay. So in coming onwards, I told you, right? Sometimes I can play with G repo. Sometimes I can play with Git repos. If I get a chance, I can try to take one example with Bitbucket as well, but not will give assurance. Okay. I will try to do that in coming days. I told you, right, without repository we cannot build and deploy anything. So e repositories matram mimmalni vadalo. It won't do without these things with you. So now we'll go to cloud functions here. Yeah, so I won't write, sorry, not really is that, sorry. Yeah, so cloud functions. So cloud functions are basically where we can use as a part of, again, it's a serverless computing mainly. So today I would like to discuss about cloud functions with advantages and disadvantages. So first of all, let's go with what is the functionality of cloud functions. Cloud functions are functions like programming language functions untai kada, like C language, OOPS languages, Java language, like what kind of functions like void function, main methods kind of functions untai kada mottham. Similarly, cloud also, they are introducing some kind of a small functions where it can use for again building the application and deploying the application itself. But already we have a two kind of a methods like app engine and cloud run. Again, why they are introducing the sense. So let's say when we are using small applications like Node.js, C#, C, how they have given some scope only. These kind of applications are very lightweight. Lightweight in the sense, very lightweight in the sense, very small application. Let's say my custom application is very small, nothing complex, which were designed under using, it could be Node.js, it could be C, C# or Python or whatever. So these lightweight kind of applications supposed to be used runtime infrastructure. Please note this, runtime infrastructure. Then we can use the cloud functions basically, but still we have limitations here. These cloud functions will not compatible with high level complex applications. Let's say I have an Oracle application, an example. Let's say in Oracle application low, I have Oracle, let's say Oracle application page చెప్పండి. Popular name, I mean అందరికీ అర్థం కావాలి application. Oracle billing system. Oracle ఒక రెప్యూటెడ్ అప్లికేషన్ చెప్పండి, అందరికీ తెలిసి ఉండాలి దాని గురించి. నేను ఏమైనా తీసుకోవచ్చు, బట్ చాలా మంది తెలియవు అప్లికేషన్స్. ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి అందరికీ అర్థమయ్యేలా ఒక సింపుల్ అప్లికేషన్. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? లెట్స్ సే టెలికామ్. Oracle యొక్క టెలికామ్ అప్లికేషన్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది, పేరు మర్చిపోయాను. I forgot the name, sorry. So Oracle is using one of the applications for telecom domain purpose. And manam prepaid, postpaid billings vastayi kada. So they have some their own applications. Let's say this kind of complex kind of applications supposed to be built and deployed cheyali ante this kind of functional will not have compatibility, because these kind of functions what GCP Google has recommended, if we have only very lightweight application like Node.js, C#, you can just small piece of programming language. Simply we can use some kind of a function, then you can simply build your application and a small piece of kind of applications. If you have complex and very high reputed, not only Oracle, this application I have just taken as an example only. If you have complex, very high kind of a telecom domain applications or healthcare domain applications or banking kind of applications, no, these kind of design, it won't help. It could be implement, but చాలా కాంప్లెక్స్ గా పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ వైజ్ ఎప్పుడైతే ఫంక్షన్ లాజిక్ అనేది పెరుగుతుందో మీ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ తగ్గిపోతుంది. లాజిక్ గుర్తు పెట్టుకోండి. సో ఆఫ్టర్ క్లౌడ్ కమ్ టు ద పిక్చర్, రైటింగ్ ఆఫ్ కోడ్ షుడ్ వెరీ లెస్, not beyond more than the very small piece of code. So if you are writing very length of functions inside the thing and you are trying to build and deploy, it could be build and deploy, but the performance would be very worst. But why nowadays coding is very less means we have a lot of this kind of a technologies where runtime everything is providing. Yesterday మన infrastructure create చేయలేదు, right? How it came? That's the beauty of that. So here also we can make the infrastructure, still we have limitations. So your customer application is very lightweight, yes, please go ahead, not a problem. If your customer application is very complex and very huge application, which is not a lightweight application, which is the critical application, so we have to go with Cloud Run or App Engine. Again, we have a lot of scenarios we can take it, according to the situation. So design part definitely will decision taken care by architect only. Don't bother about that. మీకు కొద్దిగా ఎక్స్ట్రాగా చెప్తున్నాను అంతే. మీకు all decisions ఏది ఎక్కడ వాడాలి అనేది will taken care by your architect, cloud architect. Once architect is confirmed, you just try to implementation is your part. But నేను మీకు ఒక అవగాహన కోసం I'm just more involving in the architectural kind of a discussions here as well. Okay, so don't be panic that మనకు ఏది ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేయాలి అనేది ఎట్లా డిసిజన్ చేసుకుంటాం షేక్ అంటే, no, don't worry, ఇంకా మీరు ఆ స్టేజ్ దాకా వెళ్ళలేదు. Still we are in as a DevOps cloud engineer only, right? If you want to go though, once you have done DevOps kind of thing, again you have to go GCP architect, Google Cloud Platform Architect ఉంటుంది. So again we have to learn that kind of courses. They have dedicated GCP Cloud Architect courses and all those stuff. Once you get more kind of a experience with DevOps engineering, then you can go ahead. I told you that we have a step-by-step kind of a hierarchy in order to you are expert in the cloud. So that kind of things I would like to cover these cloud functions as well, definitely, because I don't want to miss anything for you, because if you're learning one technology means we need to at least know what is what. At least you have to do lab as well. Whether you can use it or not in the future, that is doesn't matter, but you should know at least. So these cloud functionalities we have here. Where is my, oh, let me go to my console. Where is my, so for that also we have to enable API. It won't change. So I would like to enable my cloud function API as well. In that repo the enable JSON. Similarly, I have to enable function API as well. Functions. This is cloud functions. See, managing lightweight user provider functions to response events. So, oh, this is enabled already. Yeah. Okay. I don't know when I was enabled. It's already enabled for me. But for you, if it is first time, definitely it will ask enable. So it's already there. It's already enable of my API. Then simply I can go to cloud functions. Yeah, this is click on the create function. Once you're done, it will ask a lot of things here. So how we can do that and what kind of environment we can create. Let's say what is first gen, second gen, but reason you know very well. Function name just is kind of a name only. And this is the trigger event and authentication, save on everything here. Runtime, see the runtime, build, connection, security things. But before going to implementation of this cloud functions, I would like to cover one more point. Then most probably by tomorrow, we can start freshly in the lab. First half of the lab, we can do one of the lab for cloud functions. Then we can start another topic. Okay. So for today, I would like to give overview about this, about cloud functions here and use cases. I told you whenever we are using the lightweight thing. So I would like to create one more scenario because if I cover this, you are good with cloud functions. So let's say my customer is using one application. Okay. Let's say I would like to take banking application today. So banking application, not for big application, very small, like events, not for the complex design, not for the complex application. Banking also, they have different applications, right? So for event application, what is event? We have a EMIs, right? In the live, EMIs, you maybe for using credit card, debit card, you might have the EMIs. What is the role of event here? Whenever every month for particular time, particular date, the event has to be generated. So this application will send SMS prior 1 week back, and per the same day, the event has to be triggered. The event has to be triggered. What is event here? Nothing but your EMI date. That's it. What is the event? It's kind of a scheduling job. That's it, right? So particular time key, the particular time key, that EMI notification has to be triggered before one week prior. That is the recalling of for the user. Then once it is done, the particular date and time, it will trigger it. But my application development team, they have created one event kind of a code. This event kind of a code my app will use. Okay, for banking model, my app will use. This app will do build and deploy by my cloud functions. Why? Because events are very rare. It's not only for a 5-7 job. Even like a panenti, just very small piece of role. Whenever time is met, according to the timestamp, whatever your bank has given to you, then it has to trigger. Nothing much deal. Adhe net banking the very model this one is very critical. Why? N number of you accessing that kind of a models. But for event kind of a thing, we have set up dates. It's not much in complex. That's why here we can use such a kind of scenarios. This is one of the scenario. It could be applicable for insurance project. It could be applicable for what else? So healthcare domain, I don't think so. It's not a, as per my experience, at least with my architect, for healthcare domain, cloud functions are not good, at least for my experience. If someone knows, just let me know. We can discuss if you have any kind of a new kind of a solution or design. Okay. So that kind of
Maybe I
roles.
feel like, whenever a patient books an appointment, so
Okay.
that time also there is an SMS generated as well as will be given all the insights. So does it fit this model?
uh, appointment also, it's kind of a huge topic, right? Means if it is a reputed hospital, definitely acha, is OP timing is specific time like 10 to 12 like that
Yes.
per day? What are the hours of timing to
I mean to
occupy by
say
this
like from 9 to 6, just 9 to 6.
9 is a very huge amount of business hours.
Okay.
It's very huge, right? We keep on, means if let's say in the cold time, there are very huge traffic will happen by patients, right? In the cold time, in the summer, because every vacation we have different diseases, right? We cannot assume. So no, it won't work. Most surely it won't work. So the application should be very lightweight. At least the module. Banking also very critical domain, but I don't think so event is that much critical. If you have kind of a internet banking transactions, your yeah, transaction, that is very critical, because small kind of a transaction also impacted, it will impact very huge business, right? So no, we can implement, but that's not the best design. That's it. That is my try to understand. Okay. So yeah, tomorrow we will try to implement this kind of scenarios where it's event kind of thing. We can go ahead with the cloud function. So tomorrow we can do some small lab and we can play. We try చేయండి G repository అవ్వకపోతే రేపు అది కూడా నేను చూపిస్తాను. Don't worry, the same thing, nothing much new here. So once it is done, then tomorrow still I didn't decide which topic I can do, have a session after cloud functions, but tomorrow I will let you know. Okay. That's it for today. Let me recall whether I covered everything. Yeah, whatever I have decided, I have covered everything almost. Now this is the questioning answers hours. So before going to ask by someone, already we have a one question before initiating of my class. So I will try to explain that question. So the person who are asking to me, can you please reframe one more time about your question, please, if you are available.
So in GitHub, you are using -m. On that
Yeah,
way, you are using -am.
yeah, just recall. Okay, git, which command? Git clone, which command you talking about? Git checkout, right? Git checkout, git checkout -am, right?
Yes.
What is that? Just now I read something. This command checkout used for act switching between, no, not this, no, this is not right. మీరు ఏ కమాండ్ చెప్పారండి
No,
ఎగ్జాక్ట్?
you already searched it. You just once
Yeah,
check
I searched
history.
it. Yeah, I searched it, but I forgot actually, because I have a lot of things in my mind, right? Okay.
Actually, it's a git space commit.
Acha,
Ah,
git
Git
space.
commit -m.
Okay, git space. Sure, you're right. A power of your shortcut command that comments the -am option. This comment immediately creates a commit of the alternative. Okay, fine. So this is bit advanced command, and advanced means whatever I explained that the basic not so overall regular commands. So when you are using bit కొద్దిగా షార్ప్ గా ఉంచండి, బుర్ర కొద్దిగా అర్థం కాకపోవచ్చు, బట్ జస్ట్ ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్. సో గిట్ కమిట్ -m కాకుండా -m ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేస్తామంటే, ఫస్ట్ యూ షుడ్ నో అబౌట్ ద స్టేజెస్. ఫస్ట్ గిట్ లో స్టేజెస్ ఉంటాయి. వాట్ ఆర్ ద స్టేజెస్? ఫస్ట్ లెట్స్ సే you have 4 people of team in your organization. Okay, in your project, sorry. This is 1 cloud engineer, 2, 3, 4. Let's say in our batch some 4 members anukondi. This cloud engineer check in 1 code with private branch. ఇది stage 1 లో ఉంది అనుకోండి. Stage 1 అంటే సీక్వెన్స్ అండి, క్యూ. మనము if you went to cinema hall, what happened? క్యూ ఉంటుంది. ఆ క్యూ లో 1 by 1 మనం స్టాండ్ అవుతాం. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద థింగ్ వీ కెన్ టేక్ ద టికెట్, రైట్? సో దిస్ కోడ్ ఆల్సో కమిటింగ్ సమ్ కోడ్, ద క్యూ ఈస్ 2. దిస్ డెవలపర్ ఆల్సో, I mean cloud engineer, whatever, same 3 and 4. But what happening here? This is first priority, this is second priority, this is third priority, this is fourth priority according to the machine. That how VCS will follow the process. But no, what happening, because of the priority, the fourth priority has to become after this commit. That is your main agenda. Just try to understand. This fourth priority commit has to be come after this commit to bypassing this. Got it? అంటే ఈ ఫోర్త్ కమిట్ యాక్చువల్గా ఈ ఫోర్త్ కమిట్ ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది, ఈ 3 కమిట్స్ అయ్యాకే దీన్ని తీసుకుంటుంది. బట్ ఇన్ మై కేస్ ఇప్పుడు ఏమడిగాడు, ఓకే కమ్ టు సమ్ రియల్ టైమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ఇప్పుడు ఈ 4 మెంబర్స్ కి ఒక లీడ్ ఉంటాడా, ఈ లీడ్ ఉన్నాడు అనుకోండి. ఈ లీడ్ ఏమన్నాడు, దీంట్లో ఒక టాస్క్ ఉంది, దీంట్లో ఒక టాస్క్ ఉంది, దీంట్లో ఒక టాస్క్ ఉంది, దీంట్లో ఒక 4 టాస్క్లు 4 మెంబర్స్ ప్యారల్ గా చేస్తున్నారు, డిఫరెంట్ టాస్క్. బట్ ప్రియారిటీ వైజ్ ఏమైపోయిందంటే ఈ 2 టాస్క్ నాకు ఇప్పుడే అవసరం లేదు, ఎమర్జెన్సీ. ఈ టాస్క్ తో పాటు ఈ టాస్క్ కమిట్స్ నాకు కావాలి, కస్టమర్ ఈజ్ ఆస్కింగ్, ఏదో సమ్ ఎమర్జెన్సీ. సో టు బైపాసింగ్ దీస్ 2 in terms of priority, this command will use. వీడు ఏం చేస్తాడు, ఈ డెవలపర్ సింపుల్ గా git commit -am దెన్ ఈ పర్టికులర్ కమిట్ ఐడి కొడతాడు, 4th person's కమిట్ ఐడి తీసుకొని దిస్ థింగ్ చేస్తాడు. వన్స్ ఈ థింగ్ దెన్ ఈజీలీ ఇట్ కెన్ ట్రాక్ దిస్. ఈ కమిట్ ద్వారా వాడు డైరెక్ట్ గా చేంజెస్ ని మాస్టర్ బ్రాంచ్ లో వేసేస్తాడు. సో వెరీ critical and typical scenario, but yeah, if you want to practice, మీరు 4 commits 4 branches తీసుకోండి. 4 branches లో some commits కొట్టండి, డమ్మీ కమిట్స్. ఫస్ట్ బ్రాంచ్ కోడ్కి 4th బ్రాంచింగ్ కోడ్ చేయండి. బై డిఫాల్ట్ -a యూజ్ చేయకుండా చేయండి. డెఫినెట్ గా అది యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయదు మిమ్మల్ని, ఎందుకంటే ఆల్రెడీ యూ హ్యావ్ 2 కమిట్స్ అంటది. మీరు -am యూజ్ చేశారు, -am యూజ్ చేయదు అనుకోండి, ఆల్రెడీ నీకు క్యూలో 2 కమిట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, నేను అలో చేయను అంటుంది. బట్ వెన్ ఆర్ యూఆర్ యూజింగ్ -am, డెఫినెట్లీ ఇట్ విల్ అలో అన్నమాట. ఇట్ విల్ ఆస్క్ వన్ థింగ్, ఈజ్ ఇట్ ఫైన్ టు యూ ఆర్ నాట్ అని. యూ కెన్ క్లిక్ yes, then it will accept this. So that very critical and complex scenario అన్నమాట. ఇటువంటి రావు maximum, but still if you feel to practice, you can do like that. Otherwise, if anytime if I get a chance, then I can try to make one scenario and explain to you. Clear? అర్థమైందా? అర్థమైందా? You can do practice and easily చాలా ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ గా ఉంటుంది. Yeah, you can try it.
Yeah, I will practice that yesterday. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
నో ప్రాబ్లం. గిట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో ఒక చెప్పన, కంపెనీస్ లో గిట్ స్పెషలిస్ట్ ఉంటారు, రోల్స్. వాడు గిట్ స్పెషలిస్ట్ అన్నమాట. మీన్స్ దే ఆర్ వెరీ మోర్ ప్రొఫిషియెంట్. మనం డెవాప్స్ ఇంజనీర్స్ కాబట్టి మనం వాట్ ఎవర్ వీఆర్ యూసింగ్. బట్ వెన్ మీరు ప్రాజెక్ట్ లోకి ఎంటర్ అయ్యాక, వన్స్ యూ ఎంటర్ దెన్ యూ కెన్ లర్న్ మెనీ థింగ్స్, రైట్? సో యా, నేను ఇక్కడ గిట్ చెప్పుకోవాలంటే గిట్ కి నాకు ఒక 10 days పోతుంది. సో
Okay, thank you.
yeah, no problem. Yeah. Any questions so far, guys? Yeah, the question is cleared now. So then you can start your questions if you have any. Otherwise, I will be here for 9:13. I will be here. If I didn't receive any input from you, then we can sign up for today.
A small question is there.
Yeah, yes, please.
When you are using the serverless, so which one is better, the app engine is or cloud function or?
Yeah. Once I told you, right? Once I finish 3, then I can explain you in the good manner.
Okay, thank you.
In the starting of app engine itself, I told you I don't want to say any differences right now because you may confuse. Once cloud function is completed by tomorrow, I will give over 3 things about segregations and advantages, disadvantages, everything. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, yes, please. Could the name చెప్పండి నాకు.
Yeah.
Name స్టార్ట్ చేయండి. Yeah.
నా పేరు జ్యోతి.
Yes, చెప్పండి జ్యోతి.
రియల్ టైమ్ లో మనము కమాండ్ లైన్ లైన్ యూస్ చేస్తామా, ఆర్ ఎనీ షెల్ ఆర్ ఎనీ అదర్ స్క్రిప్టింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్?
So to be honest, it depends on how many experience let's say if they are juniors, they will use consoles. If the person who is coming up as a very good like 2 or 3 years experience, still they also use console only, but they are very familiar with the commands itself. It depends on how the person is familiar with the things, but please try to use commands, would be more visibility in front of the audience.
ఓకే, కమాండ్ అన్నప్పుడు క్లౌడ్ షెల్ యూస్ చేస్తామా, ఆర్ గిట్ బాష్ ఆర్ ఎనీ అదర్?
It depends on if you want to provisioning anything using G Cloud, then you have to use Cloud Shell. If you want to use any version control commands, you have to use Git commands because both are different context.
సో మనకి మీరు ఇప్పుడు ప్రాక్టికల్ గా యూజర్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ చూపించారు కదా, దాని కమాండ్ లైన్ లో కూడా మాకు ఒకసారి ఏమన్నా ల్యాబ్?
I shows many things, right guys? VM చూపించాను, storage account చూపించాను, right guys? If you remember.
Yes, okay.
చూపించానండి. Yeah, I think so. Let me.
Okay.
Maybe yeah, you might check with Shankar. They will give some previous videos. Otherwise, we have some backup class as well. I will show you one more time if you
Okay,
want.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
yeah, welcome. If you see here, let me show you roughly. Compute engine చేసేటప్పుడు VM instances create చేసేటప్పుడు, if you see here, let me show you very fast here, just for understanding. Tarvata you may go through in very detailed manner. Let's say when you're going to create any instances here, yeah, I'm just giving rough values because just for testing purpose. Oh, what's happened? Everything is ready. If you see here, equivalent to command line, if you click on this, see, automatic command is generated. Okay, don't worry about this big command. It's not a big command. The values whatever you are passing, it is giving here. The command is only like this command, g compute instances create instance. Yeah, this is the only command. The rest of the things are values, whatever we are passing through console. Here we are passing by manual. So if you go through my videos like fourth one or fifth one, so we are talking about templates also. We are talking about how we can provisioning virtual machine storage accounts by using of template using CLI commands. So you can easily understood. Otherwise, I will explain in the backup class. So anything else, guys?
For practice purpose, you have to share the your GitHub projects like healthcare.
Acha, acha.
Link is
Yeah, sure. I have already, let me give it to you.
and also commands, deploy command, build commands. So
Yeah, better. No, actually I'm preparing all documentations, or most probably this week, whatever we have done, whatever we have covered today, I will give the all documentation, step by step documentation by end of this week. Okay, sorry, that's Sunday.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, in step by step documentation we will include each and everything. If I said as an example project means, I will put my my project repository GitHub location as well. And yeah, I will give whatever the possibilities are there. I can provide to you in the documentation. Still I have 22,218. Okay guys, and is it fine, or can I, if I want, I can wait for 2 more minutes also. I don't have any issues. So
సలీం
yes, చెప్పండి.
అది మనము క్లౌడ్ రన్ అండ్ యాప్ ఇంజన్ చేసాం కదా, అందులో మనం ప్రతి ఒక్కసారి మనము బకెట్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తూ ఉండాలా క్లౌడ్ స్టోరేజ్ లో?
As I told you, right, I mean, my customer requirement is they're supposed to be store the data into bucket. Without resource where I can store the data, that is my customer question, right?
అంటే మనం ప్రాజెక్ట్ లోకి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు కూడా మనం ఇవన్నీ ఫాలో అవుతుండాలి అంటే క్లౌడ్
Yeah, absolutely. Any application, let's say my hospital application undanukondi, you are entering patient information, where it is going to store? Simply database only. Yeah, so any kind of storage like hard disk, something like that only, right? So here also we are deploying something application and maintaining some data means we need to maintain some kind of a storage type. So we have different things we have done with bucket, we have done with database as well, because I need a storage kind of resource definitely, irrespective of any.
ప్రతి ఒక్క ప్రాజెక్ట్ కూడా మనము
Yes,
క్లౌడ్ స్టోరేజ్ లో క్రియేట్ చేసి పెట్టుకోవాలి.
అగైన్ మీ ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ ఏం చెప్తారు, ఇక్కడ బకెట్ తీసుకోవాలా, లేకపోతే డేటాబేస్ తీసుకోవాలా, లేకపోతే సర్వలెస్ కంప్యూటింగ్ లో ఫైల్ స్టోర్ తీసుకోవాలా అంటే అకార్డింగ్లీ యూ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ ఇట్. మీ ఆర్కిటెక్ట్ మీకు చెప్తాడు. యా, బట్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్రాకింగ్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు మాత్రం 3-4 scenarios you have to in your mind. One scenario with bucket, one scenario with file store, one scenario with both combination. We have more. Next మనకు SQL database వస్తుంది మనకి, నేను ఇంకా అక్కడ దాకా వెళ్ళలేదు. So we have 4-5. if you are strong, that is very much fair enough. అంతకంటే మీకు scenarios రిపీట్ అవ్వవు లైవ్ లో కూడా. Okay, I will wait for next 60 seconds. Then if I don't receive any input, then we can sign up for today. If you have any questions, just feel free to drop over the WhatsApp as well. Not at all a problem. I can try to respond.
ఇప్పుడు క్లౌడ్ ఇంజనీర్ అంటే మొత్తం ఇవన్నీ స్టెప్స్ కూడా మనం ఫాలో అవ్వాలి ఇన్సైడ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో కదా సలి?
Cloud engineer అంటే yes నేను చెప్పే ప్రతి
Cloud
టాపిక్ ఉంది కదా.
storage,
yes
cloud
yes
run.
yes all come to your scope అన్నమాట.
Okay.
Two parts, design part will taken care and helped by architect, implementation part this is completely your scope. You are in the sense DevOps engineer scope.
And where browser is different and storage is different.
Browser means, sorry, I didn't get you. Browser means this is the Chrome browser you are talking about. That is what I
Yes,
understand.
yes.
No. I mean, this is just browser. Browser is not at all related to this
Cloud storage.
training. You just kind of browser, which is offering by Google. We have many browsers, Opera, Microsoft browsers. We have many browsers which is coming through operating system, or we need to install it if you want to use Windows లో అయితే ఈ browser యూజ్ చేస్తాం, లేకపోతే Firefox యూజ్ చేస్తాం. We have many things. But here, if you want to access GCP console, you have to use any one of the browser. That is your choice. Yeah, browser, that is different, but storage means it is completely part of the GCP platform. So in GCP platform here, whatever you are looking here, this is completely coming under GCP platform only. You see here everything. This is all things on matter. But still, I told you in the beginning of class, we have 40 services. That is our scope only, because in GCP is a generic instance, right? So whatever we have the 40 services, we have to complete within this particular training session. That is why daily we are going one by one.
Okay, Pradeep, thank you.
No problem. Welcome. And one more, guys. Yeah, I forget actually. It's not related to our training. If anybody coming from the background like Kudiga, and according to current experience, I am telling you, don't take negative. If anybody, if you feel like your lack of communications or something like that, so just try to join any spoken English class or something like that, and who are not comfortable only. Otherwise, if you're very well, I don't have any issue, because nowadays in the interviews, communication also they are considering as one of the main key role. Earlier it was not like that, but nowadays majority of the projects, like, they are expecting some good communication. So even though you have very strong in technical, but please try to I hope you understood, right? So that is also very important. So if anybody feeling like I'm not a perfect or something, don't be perfect. At least some decent of communication is fair enough, very decent. So if anybody coming from some different kind of things, like where you are not comfortable to speak in English, my suggestion is, when course is on parallel, please try to join some kind of online, any kind, I don't know. Or if you have any other methods like seeing Hollywood movies or watching, reading English papers, I don't know, you can take any kind of a source, get some good decent amount of English. Once you get a job, you have to only speak. Nobody will not speak on behalf of you, right? So you have to only speak. So please try to join. Otherwise, all are good. I don't have any issues. Okay, that is only my suggestion and just my opinion. Not forcing, it's up to you later on. Okay, fine. That's fine. So have a nice day, and tomorrow we'll connect again. Okay.
All right, good night.
Night.